Hello, everybody. Listen, before I get into the rest of the video, I just want to say thank you. Okay, we have reached 1,000 subscribers. Okay, thank you guys, all right, for subscribing, for joining. I hope that you have been blessed so far by this channel, that you have had some laughs, that you've been enlightened, encouraged, that you've learned something new. Thank you. Okay, 1,000. Yes, let's celebrate. Thank you so much. With that said, moving on. Hey everyone, so I promised you that I would share 4 tips with you on how to get more views on your channel, right? How to get more subscribers on your channel. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's talk about those things. Number 1, patience. Patience, patience, patience. You know that saying, patience is a virtue? Patience is truly a virtue, okay? And I believe that if a YouTube channel is the route that you're going to go for whatever your reason is, which I'll get into, you got to have patience, okay? You got to have patience. Just in life in general, patience is a lesson learned, okay? In every area of our lives, patience is important. Patience is key, okay? Sometimes we might have more patience than others in certain things, okay? However, patience is key when it comes to, just navigating in life, and especially in the things that we want to do. Being anxious is not the right route, okay? Sometimes we're all anxious. You start something new, you want to see it grow, right? You have certain goals that you want to accomplish, certain milestones that you want to overcome. However, patience is definitely key. All right. So that's tip number 1, patience. Tip number 2, consistency. And I know that you have heard many people on here on YouTube talk about, there are thousands of videos, right? Thousands of videos. And hopefully what I'm sharing here with you tonight will be a little unique, be a little different, right? But even myself, I've looked up so many videos, right? Sometimes on just different things, different tips and different things like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. However, the second thing is consistency. I believe that if you can be consistent in any area of your life, every area of your life, you will reach far. If you struggle with being consistent, that's kind of where the problem will lie, right? And I'll be transparent about that too. There's things in my life that I've been consistent with, right? And push myself in. But there are things that I struggle to be consistent with, but I had to work on that. Still working on that. Like for me, I do not like taking medication. I don't like taking pills. Anything that regards me to take a pill, I don't. I will ask if it comes in liquid form or something like that. I just do not like taking pills. I don't like swallowing pills. So but for me, if I am taking a certain medication or something like that, or medicine or whatever, for me, I have to work on being consistent, right? Because sometimes it's off and on. And sometimes you find that some other areas of your life that may trickle in, or I would say that may pour over into other areas of your life, right? So I would say, consistency is definitely important, especially with these videos, okay? I mean, we're out here living, right? We're out here, and life is happening, right? Our plates are full or whatever the case is. But it's important to be consistent, especially just posting videos and content and all that stuff. And, a lot of it right now is about content, but I'm going to get more into that, right? So step number 2 is being consistent, right? Even if it's one day that you say you're going to just post a video, that one day every week, right? Post that video, or that one video every other week. Make sure that at that time, that's what you do, right? And you designate that to that, right? Even if your topic might have changed, do some other topic or do something else to fill in that time that relates to your channel, right? So, and that is one way of just being consistent, being consistent. And like I said, speaking personally, I've learned that and am still working on that in certain areas, so we're all a work in progress, right? But consistency is key in being successful, not just on YouTube, but in general, right? Being successful in friendships, being successful in, your career, whatever it is. Being consistent is very important. Let's move on to tip number 3. Okay. Now, this one I believe is very important. I mean, all of them are very important, but I think like a lot of people battle with this. And this is tip number 3. Do not compare yourself with other people. Stop comparing yourself, right? You are uniquely you. Bust out on this channel as you, okay? On this platform as you, wherever you go. Be you, because what's going to happen is if you start out fake, you are going to end up having to live up to that fakeness, and you're going to get burnt out. You are going to get burnt out trying to fulfill someone to other people who's not real. It's just too much pressure. I want to be me. It's too much pressure, on you. It's too much pressure to try to be this person that you're not, is not real, right? Just in order to be either monetized or in order to make some money. Because it's more. It's so much. It's more to this thing, and if it's utilized correctly, it can be a great blessing. But not comparing yourself is something very, very important, very, very important. And you have to be uniquely you, okay? Uniquely you. Anywhere that you go, okay? Anywhere that you go, you have to get there, or you should get there by being you. Anywhere that you go, right? Or else it's just gonna be too much pressure and too much burden. And what's gonna happen is you reach a certain high point, but just to realize that you reach a point in your life where you just can't keep up the facade anymore. And then what happens is when the real you now wants to come forth, people don't want to believe that real you. They're still stuck with the person who you've portrayed yourself to be. So that is some real talk for you there, okay? On the third important tip, which is not comparing yourself with anybody else, okay? Not comparing yourself. Be who you are. Be who you are. Come with the personality that you are. Come with the knowledge that you have. If you are not a scientist, don't come on trying to portray a scientist. If you are not a fashionista, don't come on trying to fulfill the role as a fashionista, because eventually you're going to get tired of keeping up with the fashion, because you're not really into it, right? But don't do things just because that is, you know, what the most popular people may be doing, or go out here doing a whole bunch of craziness just because that's how people are getting up there quicker, because everybody likes a bunch of foolishness, right, and craziness. But be you and be genuine. And I really hope that these tips hits the nail on the head for someone. Because when you're just genuinely yourself, I believe that people will love that more. Whoever don't like it. But God created you. He created me to be who I am, because he designed me specifically to be a blessing specifically in someone else's life. And that's how he designed you as well. So if we could only just be ourselves. And in being yourself, what happens is it gives more room for you to grow and to be an even better person. Because if you are so concerned with what other people are doing, or being like other people, or putting on this facade that you cannot keep up with for the rest of your life, right, is only temporary. What happens is now you're denying yourself. You're denying yourself of the greatest potential that you can get to. And I'm not talking about monetary potential. I'm not talking about the physical things, but who you are. You know what I'm saying? The power of who you are from the inside out, right? That can just be so just great to someone else and in someone else's life. You're now denying yourself that and other people, because you're not allowing yourself to grow. You don't know where you could reach because you're not being the real you. So with that said, I hope that somebody took that tip to heart. And the fourth tip, the very last and fourth tip is, you ready? What is your why? It's your why. That's the fourth tip. Figure out what your why is. Figure out what your why is. Okay? Your why. Of course, we all take advantage of this platform. We all take it. There's two main reasons, right? Two main reasons why people take advantage. The first reason why people take advantage of this platform is because of the monetary benefits. When you attain a certain milestone, right, which is after your 1,000 subscribers, or after your certain amount of views, or whatever the criteria it says that you have to meet, there are, some great opportunities and benefits and different things that can come across, right? So the monetary aspect. And then the other part of it, besides the monetary aspect, is, people just wanting an audience. I believe those are the two main factors. Now, why you want the audience, that continues, right? That's kind of where your why comes into play, in a sense, or I should say more of your why. So what is your why, right? I'm not going to talk about a niche, because me personally, I'm not into the zoning down on a niche. Some people will, but if you're a more creative person like myself, it's very hard to tie down to a niche. Now, there are specialties that I have, right? I know how to stay in my lane, right? Because you gotta know how to stay in your lane. But at the same time, if you're a creative, it's, you're not tied down to just want to kind of one thing. There are some people, like, for example, I wear makeup when I feel like it. It depends on my mood, right? So yeah, I don't have on anything today, except for a little bit of lip gloss, right? But there are some people who that is their niche, right? That's their niche. So that is all they talk about. That is what they talk about. Or maybe it's makeup and skincare, right? And that's all that they focus on. So there are people who they have a focus. Then there are people who they're out here doing every and anything because they're trying to get there quicker. But also it's it's not a get rich quick, or I should say it shouldn't be a get rich quick thing. If you're trying to get rich quick, I don't think this is a place to get rich quick, right? Unless you're doing something totally foolish that's gonna blow up and just you don't care, right? But I mean, for the majority of it, it's not a get rich quick thing, right? Until it reaches a point where people are able to make this their lifestyle in a sense. So yeah, but your why, what is your why? What's the reason that you're creating your channel, or you've created your channel? You know, what is your purpose, you know, and the things that you're talking about, and things of that nature. What's your purpose? What's your reason behind it? I think all of those things will determine whether or not you're successful. What is your motivation? You know what I'm saying, for your channel? You know, just what is your why? You know, yes, part of my why is monetary, but the monetary part is not the biggest why, right? Yes, it's a motivating part, definitely a big motivating part of the why, but it's not the only why and the very most important why, or I would say purpose or reason, right? Because those of you who are watching, I want you to be encouraged, to be blessed, to be uplifted, you know, maybe to learn something new. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like, and that comes from my heart. Like, I want people who are watching my videos to like, you know, if you're watching my video and you've had just a heavy burden on you, you know, or whatever, that by the time you finish watching my video, you'll feel light as a feather, right? So for me, that is bigger than the monetary part. But don't get a sister wrong. Monetary is important. Yes. That's why I want you guys to join the fam here on the channel, right? Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and join, right? But at the same time, these are 4 important things, guys. These are 4 important ways of how you're going to get more views and how you're going to get more subscribers on your channel. Is patience, number 1, consistency, number 2, not comparing yourself to others, number 3, and number 4, your why. What is your why? All right. So guys, with that being said, I'm not going to keep you long. I'm not going to keep you long at all, but I want to thank you. I want to thank you for just listening in. I want to thank you for listening in, and I want to thank you for, you know, just joining, and I hope that you are blessed. Listen, continue to speak positive over yourself. Speak positive over your life. Words have power and words matter, okay? What you speak over yourself and what you speak over others has power and it matters, okay? So try your best every day to speak wisely and to speak a blessing over someone else. And I just want to speak positivity, and I want to speak a blessing over those of you watching, that this will be the best year of your life. That this will be the best year. That is my hope and my prayer for you, that this will be the best year of your life. Okay. So with that being said, enjoy. Whenever you're watching this, I don't know, it could be today, tomorrow, tonight, whatever, I don't know, but just enjoy, guys. Just be encouraged, and make sure that you spread that and encourage someone else along the way. So this is Renee coming to you today to make your day, like I say on my podcast usually. And make sure, guys, if you have not started watching my podcasts, watch the podcast Busy Being Fruitful. Okay. I've truly enjoyed talking about some of those topics. I believe it's topics that we can all relate to. So enjoy, guys. Bye.